You're welcome to JKonomics, and a very good morning, a very good afternoon, a good mid-morning, and a very good night, depending on where you are basing to watch us. This is JK on JKonomics once again, and it's a pleasure to catch up again, and we thank you all for the overwhelming support, views, watch time, likes and subscription to our channel. The last time we had an interaction, we looked at site selection and we appreciated together what an ideal site for a poultry farm should be. And in case you missed, it is not too late. You can still catch it. You can find the link to that video in the bio or in the description of this video. So now that we appreciate it together, we learned that poultry and dampness or water do not mix. Birds love cool, dry environment. And just like the minister said earlier on, it is only amphibians and fish that shall be left in wetlands. So togenda nozimba ekyumba ky'enkoko mu lutobazi, it will not work out. So today we wish to look at the core material, the main material if one is to construct a poultry house. What do you need to look out for within material? Definitely it's not the only material. There's quite a lot that we use, but the most consumed, the biggest consumption in material is for none other than poles. There is so much that we can get or we can use to make poles, but I want us to agree together that eucalyptus has stood out of the many as one of those materials of choice for use. So today we want to look at eucalyptus as our core material, and in here we are in our forest where we want to speak to why eucalyptus. Why should one consider eucalyptus among the so many trees and among the so much material available? For starters, eucalyptus is readily available on local markets, along the streets, everywhere across the country. For in Uganda, I think we have come to appreciate that eucalyptus is among those plants or trees we can adopt for plantational forest or plantational farming. We've had forests and we continue to see forests coming up, and they are basically eucalyptus. So that makes it readily available, and hence it makes it a cheaper option for material. Definitely there are so many other materials. Some colleagues may appreciate use of aluminium, metallic, steel, bars, among others, but at JKonomics our focus has always been use of locally available material in our backyard farming principles. So if we are to use locally available material to save on the costs of production, the cost of constructing our poultry house, we really appreciate that eucalyptus comes in handy to serve the purpose. So on top of being readily available as eucalyptus, it also gives you the advantage of height. When you look at eucalyptus, you don't need to keep joining because there's so many joints may cause points of weakness for the structure. But as you can see, this one, it goes to beyond 30 feet. And if you are to do a 2-tier structure or a storied structure, That is when you have to do poultry houses in ground floor and first floor. You just need one eucalyptus pole to make for you that pole that will suffice for the purpose. So the height advantage eucalyptus has over other trees makes it ideal, and we encourage its use. Besides the height, eucalyptus also grows in a cylindrical form. If you can look at this pole, just we are standing next to, it is so cylindrical that you do not, struggle with finding level, getting scale, finding square. Engineers can speak to this better than I can. So that is also the other advantage eucalyptus has over other tree species. So we really encourage the use of eucalyptus. It is readily available. It grows, to the required height of over 20 feet, because at least a two-tier structure would take not less than 15 to 16 feet of height. So eucalyptus serves that purpose so well. And then it's being cylindrical, and then durability. Once treated well, once well treated, eucalyptus will give you over a decade of stay of your poultry house, and that also makes it an ideal material for constructing a poultry house. And I think when we speak about treatment, our next episode should be about how to treat eucalyptus before we put it into use for constructing poultry houses. So eucalyptus grows fast. In 2 years you can have something of this size. Within a year to 2, something like this. Within 4 years you can have a pole of this nature, and within 5, 6, 7 years you start to get poles that are as big as this particular one. So that makes it ideal. It is sustainable. Once you cut down one, it requires at most 2 years for you to have another pole that can be put to construction use anytime. So these, among the so many, make eucalyptus so handy and ideal for poultry house construction. Just to wrap up, I just want to remind us that we are on a journey of constructing a poultry structure for our client, and this structure shall be required to accommodate over 1,000 birds. And last time we were on appreciating of the venue, the site where the structure shall be, and this time round we are emphasizing the need to use eucalyptus, or why we should use eucalyptus as our cardinal material for the construction. It grows very fast. That makes it readily available. Within 2-4 years you have sounding poles. It is cheap to get on local market, and then once well managed and treated, it gives you the durability of over a decade when your structure is still sound, and it grows in a cylindrical form like we saw, on top of having the height we want when you are constructing. You don't need to make so much in joining here and there. So that is it for today. The main material, the core cardinal material for constructing our poultry houses shall be poles, and specifically eucalyptus poles. In the comments, in the discussions, I wish you can send through your inquiries, advice, and suggestions. But for today, we want to end it at this. And thank you so much for your continued viewership, subscription, sharing of this content to reach that other friend of ours who did not know that we exist, but they may love and benefit from our content. I sign out and say thank you so much. Next time, as we've agreed, we shall be treating our polls. So I want to leave a question, and I wish you can make responses in the comments. What is your desired choice of treatment? Or what treatment for poles and trees have you worked with in the past, and what did it help? We shall see when we come back.